Okay, so here is my old Performax drum sander. And the problem is, shouldn't be able to do that. I took the ring off, but spinning it does nothing at all. So this piece is going to have to come out entirely, which means this whole thing has to get disassembled. It's going to be fun. Yeah, so essentially, I've got the Heli-Coil here, which I will need to, once I have access, drill out, tap, install one of these, and then this crank handle should work again. And this was an uncommon sized drill bit that I had to order separate from the Heli-Coil setup. Just drill the hole straight on as best you can and then tap it with the tap provided. This was much simpler to install with two sets of hands, had you have to just do it on your own. But essentially you just put up the little collar up to the hole you drilled out and tapped, and then thread this threaded insert into it until it bottoms out and releases from the collar. And just check if it actually works, and then snap off the tang with some pliers. And then while this whole thing's apart, it was a good time to take the opportunity to just clean these, and just using 1000 grit sandpaper to lightly clean up all the surfaces where the main body of the drum slides against that tower. And this is a situation where having two hands definitely helped, since getting those screws back in was a little bit fiddly with the tower being loose. And then also setting the tightness of those screws took a bit of time to get right, since they prevent the deflection of the drum from drooping, as well as providing the tension for it to slide up and down straight. So this took a little bit of trial and error to get to where they're tight enough so to allow the whole thing to move freely and not droop and or be too tight to where you would risk stripping the threads again. Okay, so this thing's reinstalled, and now I understand how you set it to parallel. So basically, this hole is rounded, so it's the pivot point, while this other one has actually a slot in it, which is why I can move this whole assembly up and down. So I know this board is exactly 3/4 of an inch, so that means I can lower this, set my depth marker, and make this parallel to the bed on the sandpaper. So I'm going to do that. I also want to point out that I fiddled with this for some time using this 3/4 inch thick board as well as some 1-2-3 blocks to get to a point where I'm happy that the bed and the drum are parallel with each other. or as close to parallel as I could get them. So I hope this helps. I understand that this is a common problem with these drum sanders since the cases are all soft cast aluminum, so the threads strip really easily. But overall, it's not really a hard fix. It does help to have another person to help move the machine around since they're large, heavy, and a little bit unwieldy. But the fix itself is not complicated at all. And I didn't go into the setup of these machines. There's a lot of room for adjustments and micro adjustments. I spent a lot of time trying to set this one up, including the tracking of the belt and the parallel of the drum to the bed and all that. But the manuals have pretty good instruction on how to accomplish those bits.